All right, everybody, I'm going to set my timer again, just so, because my last video was pretty long, and I'm going to keep this one to just around the 9-minute mark. So we're starting with Excel, and once again, we go into our Windows key. I've got my Excel there as a school essential. If you don't, you just scroll down until you find Excel. It opens either way. So what you saw there was like I've got a couple Excel sheets open. So it just kind of pops the entire software open. You can see that it looks similar to Word and PowerPoint. PowerPoint's kind of got a red thing across the top, and Word's got a blue thing, and Excel's got a green thing. So if you are opening up in Excel, you know that you are here. It's got the same kind of like layout at the top with different words. Some of them are the same, some of them are different. The file is how we go backstage, and once again we can save this as, and I'm going to put this onto my computer. I'm going to actually go down to my documents, go into, you guys must get bored of me doing this, BTT practice folder, and I'm going to go into my Excel folder, and I'm going to call this lesson 1 pixel art. Okay, so talking about Excel, everything in Excel, this is a spreadsheet program, so it's not like Word document where you kind of have all open space. You can see that there's like a grid pattern on here. Right now, if I was to print out a page on Excel, I can go and do that and show you guys, those grids wouldn't actually show up. Oh, we didn't find anything to print. Let me see here if I can go, oops, a daisy. I'll go and do this and just go File, see if that'll work, Print, and let's go and print selection. So there's actually nothing on it. It's just a blank piece of paper. You can see where this little perforated line, that perforated line isn't there all the time. You can see a few of them. Once you press the print button, it appears on your page, and there should be one at the bottom here. So this is actually everything that will fit onto one page. Okay. Other than that, everything is either in a column or a row. I'll often get confused. So if you're listening to me talks and I say like, oh, column, blah, 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 that just don't, because I will do whatever. But I try to remember it. A column is like something that you would see on the front of a building. If you think about like the ancient Acropolis, they had columns, so it goes up and down like those columns do. And then of course the row just goes across. Okay, so the rows are all labeled with numbers and the columns are all labeled with letters. So when we say a cell, A1, I'm referring to A being the column letter and 1 being the row letter. So if I put my cursor in here, and you see how it's now highlighted in green, my active cell is E6. Oops, a daisy. So you can see where E, I hope you can see, is a little bit darker shading than the D and the F, and the same thing with the 6. So that will help you understand where you are with regards to your columns. Now you can move with your arrow and move these guys around, up and down. You can also take your mouse and just click it into the cell that you want. If you press enter, you can also move it up and down and move it around. So when you have the cell highlighted, you can write in it, but if you arrow away from it, you can't go back in and start to rewrite, because everything that you wrote originally, let's go with like a bunch of A's, and then I'm going to press enter and go out. If I go back in and I go B, 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 it erases all of the A's, which can be very frustrating. So if you wanted to write A, what I would tell you to do is if you come up here into this little line here and click into it, and see how my cursor is flashing there now, and then you can write other things into the cell. Okay, so if you need to make any additions or corrections, or you want to know what is in a cell, this is where you want to go and see it. Okay, so it's going to be very important later on. A lot of people, when they start to do these assignments, start to do like copies and pastes and putting things in. Me as a teacher, I go into these cells and have a look at actually what you wrote in them to find out what you did. Okay, so that is kind of how the cells work in Excel. Everything else up here is kind of, I think, pretty easy. They've got a few other features over here that you're not used to necessarily seeing. They've got auto sum, they've got conditional, they've got formatting as tables and formatting as cell styles. Don't worry too much about that. They've got this whole numbers thing here where you can play around with your decimals and percentage points. We'll be working on that. They also have this merge center thing, which is just playing around with the cells themselves. So we are going to be doing basically what I want you to do today is a little bit about sizing of the cells, and then we're going to be doing format painter. Okay, so these cells right now are rectangular shape where they are where they all are kind of like long and flat, which is great. That's like the most typical kind of formatting that you do. But that might not be what you want to do today. So we are going to do a little bit of pixel art, or you're going to do a little bit of pixel art. So you're actually going to put pictures in here and make your own pictures. And I will give you kind of the instructions on that. You can follow along step by step. But just so you guys know what we're talking about here. So when you click into the cell, you can go right into this fill bucket and actually fill that up with whatever color you want to fill. Now, you can do that everywhere. If you want to do this and put a lot of lines around, you can do borders, you can do like thick borders or no borders. If you don't want to have a border, you don't have to. Some people though don't like the rectangular shape. So there's a few ways that you can fix those rectangular shapes up. So you can take your highlight your cells. Okay, so what I just did there was head over to the side column, and I'm holding down on my left mouse key and then dragging down. I can also go up to the number 1 and click on it, and that highlights the whole row 1. And if I hit my shift key and head down to 19, it fills in everything between 1 and 19. If I hold on to 1 and hold down my control key, I can just click on the lines that I want to control. Okay, and when they're highlighted in gray, those are the ones that are active and waiting for something to happen in. The same thing goes up top where I can hold my control key down. I'm just holding my control key down and clicking wherever I want. And then I can play around with the sizing on these. If I want to play with the sizing on on my entire sheet or anything else, if I click right up in the intersection of the lines and the columns, I've now clicked and highlighted every single cell that is in here. Okay, so what that will allow me to do, I can either go in and put in numbers, or I can go right up here. You see how my cursor goes from like a down arrow, a white cross, or a stick with 2 arrows pointed out. When there's a stick with 2 arrows pointed across, I can now hold down on my left mouse key and it comes up with a width of 8.11. And if I drag this guy in, I can decide, I think I want to make this guy, I don't know, 4 right there. And then I'm going to release it. And it actually changes every single cell that I had highlighted. Okay, and then the same thing over here where I've got that same stick with the 2 arrows pointed out. I'm going to right click. It's at 14.4. So the height is different than the width, but I'm going to pull this out to maybe, I don't know, let's see what it looks like at 22. There we go. And that looks pretty close to square. So I can change my cells to be squares. Okay, I'm at the 9-minute mark, so I'm going to stop this video. This is part 1, and we'll come back in a second.